Holy Sam Jackson just spoiled Captain Marvel time traveling. This is absurd. Do you guys realize what this means for Avengers Endgame?
Stay up to date about the nerdy things that you care about. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next episode.
What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday to you, and what a crazy week it has been for Marvel news. But before we get into that news, I need to shout out Royale, who got the nerd card question correct from the video yesterday. Nice, clean, succinct answer. I respect that. So shout out to you, Royale, and we will do another nerd card question at the end of this video. So you may have heard about this, maybe you haven't. Sam Jackson last night, when talking to Mashable, confirmed that Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, can time travel, and that she's one of the only people in the Marvel Universe that can actually time travel. Here's the exact and full quote right here. She's pretty much the strongest character in terms of someone with powers are able to do things in the Marvel Universe. So for Carol Danvers to be that person and for Brie to become that person, it's gonna be a dynamite thing. I mean, the Avengers are up against some really tough odds right now. We saw that throughout Infinity War. So now we know that we need something that's as powerful as Thanos. And at some point, we'll figure out how powerful she is and all the things that she's capable of. She's one of the few people in the Marvel Universe that can time travel, so that is a pretty crazy quote, and to me that seems like a genuine slip up by Sam Jackson. And by the way, Sam Jackson's a huge comic book fan. He wouldn't be like misinterpreting something. He would know what was going on in these movies and be able to understand it and digest it. He's really into comic books, has been reading them for a long time. This comment is obviously also referring directly to Avengers Endgame. I mean, the question's probably regarding the Captain Marvel movie, but at the end of the day, Sam here is talking about the Avengers, the odds they were up against in Infinity War, and needing something as powerful as Thanos. I mean, it's just so clear that he is talking about this and its implications for Endgame, not for the Captain Marvel movie. In fact, when I'm reading these comments and he says, eventually we'll see how powerful she is and what she's capable of, that means we're not going to see the full extent of this in the Captain Marvel movie. He's talking about Endgame. And so the bottom line here is that this pretty much confirms time travel in Endgame. And you might be like, well, yeah, duh, Josh. Everybody's been talking about time travel in Endgame for months and months and months. And while that is true, every time we get an actual actor or someone connected to the production talking about time travel like explicitly, it does just kind of put one more little, like, I guess, coin in the jar of confirming time travel. Technically, nothing that we saw in the Endgame trailer suggests this at all, and I think it'll be Marvel's official position to sort of deny this completely until we see it with our own eyes in Endgame. But yeah, these comments pretty much confirm time travel as one of the big things we'll see in that movie. However, there's another big theory going around this, all having to do with the quantum realm and parallel universes. You'll know if you've been following this channel and other videos out there. Basically, guys, we're at this place where we're like, there's gonna be either universe hopping or time travel or both. And interestingly, we do not see Captain Marvel in any of the leaked set photos from the Battle of New York. We know we're getting another version of the Battle of New York in Avengers Endgame, but like I said, Captain Marvel's nowhere to be found. Now, this actually makes me think that maybe this is not time travel. After all, the quote says that Captain Marvel is one of the few people that's able to time travel in the Marvel Universe, and we see these characters here, and they're not Captain Marvel. Maybe this isn't time traveling. Maybe this scene right here is universe hopping or going to a parallel dimension, and Captain Marvel will be doing time travel with, you know, one of those other few characters that can do so. It's also possible that the BARF technology, which we know has something to do with these wristwatches that they are using in these leaked set photos, perhaps the BARF technology is making these characters see back in time but not actually travel back in time. They're looking for something, looking for a clue, and then they will send Captain Marvel through actual time to go do whatever they need to have done. Now, there are a couple other really cool implications with this leak and what Sam Jackson said with this slip up, so let me go into that right now. Number one, it appears Marvel was not lying whatsoever when they said that Captain Marvel would be the strongest Avenger. I mean, she's already got incredible abilities. We've seen her in the binary form, very badass, but apparently now she can time travel as well. I mean, this is absolutely nuts, man. I mean, this is a very powerful character. What isn't she capable of? I guess that's really the question. And just, you know, because I trust the MCU MCU and they're good storytellers, I highly doubt that these powers and abilities will come without any consequences or cost. So there'll be some kind of a major cost. I've often speculated that perhaps one of the reasons Carol's not on Earth anymore is because she's way too freaking powerful. She's afraid she's gonna break everybody. There was this famous quote with Superman talking about how he lives in a cardboard world because he's so strong he could just break everything around him. It would be really cool if maybe that's a reason that Carol hasn't been on Earth. Which again, in a way, sort of gives the powers a cost, you know what I mean? The second big implication here is that these powers may well come from the quantum realm. That's sort of the rage out there. And I want to give a shout out to Michael Roman at Everything Always. You've probably heard of this channel. Michael does great videos, and he did a speculation video a long time ago talking about how he believed that Captain Marvel's powers were connected to the quantum realm. This is, sort of his idea. And I think the comments by Sam Jackson sort of make me more likely to believe this. I mean, not only are there a lot of similarities with the different color schemes that are going on with her powers in the quantum realm, but the fact that time traveling is a thing we think happens in the quantum realm due to the time vortexes being explained in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Also, Janet Van Dyne does get some kind of awesome powers just simply by being in the quantum realm for a long period of time. And so we think there's precedent for that to be a thing. So perhaps Captain Marvel is connected to the quantum realm, thus making the quantum realm infinitely more important and will probably continue to be so in Phase 4 of the MCU. But that is the news out there. Sam Jackson slips up and confirms that Captain Marvel can time travel, and thus explaining that time travel will take place in Avengers Endgame. What do you think of these comments? What do you think about Brie Larson's Captain Marvel being able to time travel? All your thoughts on that and more on the implications for Endgame, let me know in the comment section below. Now let's check that nerd card. I want to deep dive here. There was an evil version of Captain Marvel in an Exiles run, and this character ends up falling in love and becoming the lover of another god tier Marvel character. Which god tier Marvel character did the Exiles evil Captain Marvel fall in love with? Answer that question in the comment section below. It has been a really crazy week for Marvel news. I'm pretty hype on it. I'm sure you are as well. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., probably more likely 3 p.m. because I'll be delayed, but we're gonna do another fan chat. So if you've never come and hung out for a Q&A and a fan chat, come back to the channel tomorrow at around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where we will kick that off. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.